went, that is just right. Yeah, that's one of the things around. I still put on the hot pants because you got to get the original version. Original version. That's the live version, which is cool. You got to hear that guitar on that hot pants. Which is interesting because, you know, you got the Christians saying, you know, we don't listen to blues records, and they don't even know that the whole blues started gospel. You know the whole story. What's the man's name? What's the guy's name that started that gospel of? The blues singer, made a whole bunch of money in the 1920s, singing blues in Chicago, then lost his money in the Depression, hightailed it back down south and integrated the blues with Negro spirituals coming out of slavery, but also had been compiled by the Fifth Jubilee singers, the Fish Choir singers went all around the world and stuff, which gave the lyric aspect of these Negro spirituals, and then he compiled that in with the blues and all, and they swear out this shit come from God. But it did come from God, but then again, that's how the whole thing actually happened. We're talking about an integration of both different zones or different forces or different aspects of society. Now they talking about they don't listen to no blues, and they don't even know that basic, literally, gospel music is, the basis of gospel music is blues. Blues, you know, which is the basis, because it's interesting that we deal with that now, because what realm has now come back in, there's a reason why the law enforcement guy that Bush would pick would be some guy that's over, some guy that's, what's this guy name, this big time religious cat, Ashcroft. Ashcroft or whatever. What is he? What is that? Ashcroft. He's General Attorney or something like that. Attorney General. But it's not by mistake that they have him, you know, which is a person that's pro-death penalty, pro-everything. You see, but then again, on the other hand, it's very super religious, because you got to understand the religion goes right along with the system of oppression and imperialism that swept the world for the last 1,000 years. Religion is at the heart of that. You can't have an oppressive society to keep indigenous people down if you don't have a religion, and mainly your three major Western religions intact. Also, and the ones that they claim to be the most righteousness is the ones that will literally go along with war and every other thing. That's interesting how you never have any major church in this country sanctions that will go up against war. You've never had a major church. They said that, you know, Jesus said, I shall not kill, or God said, thou shalt not kill, but yet you have never had not one major church from Judaism, Christianity, and even Islam that will go up against war when they have these major wars around the world. As a matter of fact, they all sanction war. Now, why is that? That is because the simple fact here is it goes hand in hand with the imperialistic societies that the European has brought forth for the last 1,000 years.
That's right.
It goes hand in hand. But if you say something about sex, then you got a problem. Ain't that something? You can say, thank you, Lord, and pass the ammunition all day long. As soon as you say something about sex, and it don't have to be a society of sexual people, be one person that did the wrong thing, and the next thing you know, the whole church is coming out against it. You know what I'm saying? The whole church is coming out against it. That is a science, because they're trying to turn against what is called the Bacchanalian brain. This is what the so-called went into the whole aspects of Jesus. There's a book called always documented, Ego and Archetype by Edward F. Edinger. Ego and Archetype. Now it's interesting because in this particular book, he's showing the aspects of Jesus and Dionysus. And how could you have Jesus on one aspect, which is the prototype of what everybody thinks is all divine, and you'd have Dionysus, which is actually an early prototype of the devil. Why is it that they coincide? Jesus is of the vine, Dionysus is of the vine. Jesus and the women at Bethany, Dionysus and the women at Delphi. Jesus and the wine, Dionysus and the wine. Because basically what you got is a milquetoast watered down pasteurized or marginalized version of the earlier myth.
That's right.
Which is the Dionysian aspect, which we're going to have to go and probe into the minds of Camite thought.
Okay.